Hey Luke, my name is Seth. I wanted to make a video about the problems that I think a lot of us have, including myself, with the addiction of social media and just cell phone usage in general. As you can already tell, this is an off-the-cuff kind of video, sort of in the style that you make. But mine probably won't be as structured as yours because I'm not used to making these kind of videos as of yet. But anyway, so about myself in this topic, I definitely do have a social media / cell phone addiction. I would consider that the way I use them, it's just overall, I just don't feel like I'm using them, or I'm using it too much. When I can be doing so much more meaningful, purposeful things. And I think it really all comes down to really every action that you make in your life is doing it with intention. And that's what I plan to teach my son, is to live your life intentionally. And I feel like for the most part, the way that I use my cell phone, the way that I use social media, it's just not as intentional as it should be. And what I mean is I feel like I'm just going with the flow in a routine way. And what I mean by that is I wake up and I'm on my phone and I'm scrolling through each app like it's clockwork. And I do this repeatedly throughout the day to the point where my days are shorter because I'm not using the days as efficiently and as purposefully as I should. And my days aren't as fun as they should be, you know? I mean, obviously not every day is going to be spontaneous, but it's like I'm cutting away, the more that I'm using my phone, the more I'm cutting away time that I can invest in being in the present moment. Being in the present moment with my son, with my wife, my family, doing things that I want to do, doing things that I need to do. You know, this is all, in my opinion, way more important stuff than being in this other world. And, you know, quite frankly, for me, when I am on social media, I feel like I'm pulled into this other world where, it depends on, now I'm speaking right now in general, like for someone, it depends on, you know, what you're looking at and like what you come across and your perspective on things. But for me, it's a pretty comfortable place, the internet. You know, sometimes you get toxic stuff. You run into some toxic people and some toxic stuff. But it's sort of a comfortable world, but also it's kind of rambunctious as well, because so much things are going on. It's kind of hard to keep up with too. So I'm kind of being a little kind of stepping over myself there, but so it's kind of a mixture. So anyway, I'm you know, being stuck in this world, in this social media world, and then once I get pulled back into reality, once I, you know, take my phone away, I'm in reality, and it kind of like, you know, makes me jump back and like, whoa, you know, and it makes me kind of anxious, honestly, because now I just was in this one world, and now I'm in reality. It's kind of like I don't know, kind of makes your brain kind of jump, at least for me. I don't know if other people feel that way, but kind of startles me. It's like a flip of a switch, like abrupt. So yeah, basically, I feel like there's more important things, more meaningful, and more fun things that I believe I can be doing with my life. And I need to rethink the way that I use it. Talking about social media and my cell phone, and how much I use it. And I think this is more of a problem than people really realize. So, and it's like, I know that I'm not the only person with this problem. You know, I know I'm not the only one that feels like they have to pull their phone out. Like the first thing that they do when they get in line for whatever. It's like a reflex. Or, you know, or when you're at a stoplight, you know, I've seen people, you know, next to me in their car, they pull out their phone to text or whatever. It's like we can't take a moment to just be present and be a part of life, you know? And I used to like resent my parents for not letting me have a cell phone and not letting me use social media while my peers did. And you know what? It's like now I'm glad that they did. And quite honestly, I'm trying to work on returning to that feeling of being in the now, being in the present, and not feeling like I have to watch the world through this screen, and actually form, you know, real relationships with real people. I mean, obviously there are good reasons to have social media, and I mean there are good benefits for it being created, but I think we as people, including myself, we need to really reevaluate why we use it and how often we should use it, and just be intentional with our lives a lot more. I think that will really help, because I mean, obviously without, you know, social media, I wouldn't have found like people like yourself. So I am very grateful about that. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. If you got this far, I really appreciate it. I appreciate your time and your patience. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I do plan to make a YouTube channel at some point. Kind of basically the concept of just trying to get other men to be better, and it's gonna help myself as well. I hope, and I hope for other people, and I hope for other people too. So, yeah, I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this and what you think. In the meantime, take care.